Ladies and gentlemen and children of the planet Earth, what you see before you is a bat, and more importantly, a skull and bones, which can be seen by viewing any one of my videos called the Skull and Bones, and there's a series of about 7 videos with this picture as the thumbnail. My name is Michael FAZIO, and I am also the author of a book called Angels on the Ark. And in this volume of work, which is 1990 page, and available as an ebook by clicking the link under the description, in the description box of all of my videos, I show you what appears as the 4 beasts in the book of Revelation. In my book, I describe these beasts as such, and more importantly, today's dissertation is going to touch on my prediction that Obama would cause the collapse of the American economy. And it is a page, several pages in my book. I'm going to show you the excerpts out of my book by going online, opening up those pages, and proving to you that my understanding of what was going to happen to the American people was a reality. But I did not perceive these perceptions without the help of the Bible and the $1 bill, because I broke the codices between the Bible and the $1 bill. And when you read the Bible in association with the reverse and obverse of the $1 bill, these things become abundantly clear, as do many other things. If you understand the codices in the Bible, which I try to explain in my book to the finest detail, how every human being is capable of doing this, then you too can see that there is a code, and that this has been before everyone's eyes for the last 85 years, and no one has seen it, because only the elitists and or the heads of the Catholic Church understand this to be so, and they have kept it from the people because they are all part and parcel of a secret society that dates back tens of thousands of years. And if this was not so, then the Pope would speak to his congregation and say, we demand, we the Catholic community, we the Christian community, we will become friends and neighbors with the Protestant community and demand worldwide that all wars stop. But the Pope didn't do that, because this book that you see before your eyes, aka Hitler's Pope, proves that Pope Pius XII was beyond doubt in cahoots with Hitler himself. And moving past that, we're going to now go to the pictographs that I have picked out especially for you, so that you can see in relationship to the $1 bill how the words in the Bible associate themselves with it. And this is one of the many pictographs that you will see in the volume of my book. This is one of the pictures that I have in the book, and this is actually, if you were to look at this from a vertical view, downward, like this being downward, because a lot of people have trouble with downward. If you were to look at this from a vertical view, this would be the top of a Nautilus's shell, and this would be the eyes of the Nautilus. And there are actually 93 ganglia coming from the sides, and a Nautilus has 93 to, well, somewhere between 90 and 100 ganglia, depending on the Nautilus. This is an actual picture of an ancient godlike entity that was placed in the ocean by these beings that I have discussed with you on many occasions, that which I call gods, and or you call spacemen, and I call godlike beings, and you call demons. And this is all part and parcel of a plan that has been in existence for tens of thousands of years. Now, moving on to the pictographs themselves, this is a pictograph that you saw in the beginning of my video of a hog-nosed bat. This is the depiction of a nuclear detonation. This is a nuclear detonation. The expanding molecules represent an an expansion of exponential nature. This is a radiance. Even when you color it in with Photoshop, there are two individual high and low radiances. That is the eye of the Lord God that comes from heaven. And this is a demon-like entity as the skull and bones, which is also represented as the front of the hog-nosed bat. And this is the bat. Here are the eyes. This is the bones. The skull is fleshless or has no meat on it. Therefore, the skull is bones. Because there is a jawbone and a skull bone, it is plural. This is the skull and bones that is represented on the reverse of the $1 bill. There's a methodology in the Bible that which I utilized to fold the bill in this mannerism to show you that this existed. However, moving to the next picture, this is a picture of a satanic-like entity when you fold the bill in a different way. And by utilizing the words in the Bible and utilizing the $1 bill, you can fold it into these configurations. I'm going to zoom right in on Satan's face. This is a satanic face, ladies and gentlemen. Notice the eyes, and then above the eyes there's a horn there and a horn there. There are two horns. Another set of horns. Another set of horns. If you were to rotate this, well, before we do that, in the fingers, in where the hands are, there are 5 digits. 5 digits, 4 digits and a thumb. At where the feet is, on the bottom that I'm going to show to you right now, and I'm going to blow it up real big so you can see that. On the bottom, there are 5 lines in here. 5 lines in here. There are 5 digits inside this outer hand-like structure. It's almost as if he has an outer hand and a spike. However, when you rotate this item, this looks like what is known as a fleur-de-lis. This looks like what is known as a fleur-de-lis because it is a fleur-de-lis. However, when you bring it to the center, and I bring this down and rotate it, it shows you this Satan-like entity coming out of the flower representing the woman's vagina. This is pictography that goes beyond anything that any human being on earth could have ever hoped to accomplish in the year 1935. And rest assured, in my book, I explain to you that no human being on earth could have accomplished this in the year 1935. I assure you that we will one day find out that the Living Bible, the $1 bill, King Solomon's Temple, the Ark of the Covenant, and the Great Pyramid were all created by the same entity at the same day, perhaps millions or even hundreds of millions of years ago. This entity that looks like it's hiding his face is when you fold the bill in the exact opposite configuration, as if Satan was hiding his face so you couldn't see him. And in fact, he does exactly this in this caricature of Satan, which I have explained is not a representation of an American Indian. This is a representation that appears to be an Aztec Indian because of the configuration of its war bonnet. The configuration of its war bonnet says that it is a fan-type war bonnet, more likely attributed to the Aztec Indians from tens of thousands of years ago. So what you just saw for the last 5 minutes were representations of Satan. Therefore, if Satan exists on the $1 bill, and he does in many different forms of godlike entities, then Jesus Christ must also appear on the $1 bill, and it, or he does, represented as the word one, which is the first tribe of Judah, and Jesus is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Now, going to my book, which is the most interesting aspect of this dissertation, I said, if you're going to profess to understand anything at all about God and the principles that Christ spoke of, then you need to have at least 17 degrees in theology and religion. Otherwise, the Catholic Church will not basically listen to anything that you have to say. And if you don't have these degrees, they won't listen to anything that you say. And if you do have these degrees, then you will go along with the Catholic Church because you spent so much damn money studying religion. You don't want to waste all that money, so you'll go right along with the flow. So where exactly then does the truth actually apply to the people of this world? Because it certainly doesn't apply to anyone in religious or theology fields, and that leaves the Vatican itself as a refuge for Satan. And make no mistake about it, I would presume that there is a chamber in the Vatican tombs that has a special room where the Satan, Pope, and Obama play cards on Thursday nights. In the name of the Lord, ladies and gentlemen, in the name of the Lord. And at the bottom of every page, I put Luke 11:46. Luke 11:46 states 99% of all politicians and lawyers are 100% corrupt. That's what Luke 11:46 denotes. And I put that at the bottom of every single page of my book. Going to the